Much closer to Hitler than Gandhi.
But where do you get to and go like, that's when you start killing babies?
We're live.
Welcome to the Lost Together podcast. Long overdue. This is still my attempt to convince Morgan that Lost is one of the greatest television shows ever written, produced, acted, and shot in Hawaii. And taking over a couple's very precious free time so we can discuss it at length. Really excited about this one, though.
It was a good one. It really was.
This particular episode, I've been looking forward to this one for a long time. We've been talking about the phrase, whatever happened, happened. I mean, for a minute, literally. So it's been since the beginning of this season. I think they kind of allude to it in the first episode of this season, but we have finally made it to Whatever Happened, Happened. It originally aired on April 1st, 2009.
April Fool's Day.
April Fool's Day, indeed. And it is the 97th episode of Lost. So we're only 3 episodes away from the 100th episode of Lost.
We need to just do a power sesh and...
We really do. To briefly explain our hiatus.
They don't care.
No.
Excuses, people.
Listen, they may care about this. I'm going to tell them what I've been busy with so they can go look at it. They'll know that I'm not just blowing smoke.
This is true.
I may have mentioned to you all, I'm a project manager by trade, and I've been writing a project management course, and I have an LLC, and you can now find my project management course and my services as a teacher guide through the PMP process, which is the kind of gold standard certification for my profession. And I'll just give you the website. You can go look it up.
Maybe we'll put the...
We should.
Yeah, put the little thing up.
I'll edit one in, right? But the website is everymileacademy.com, everymileacademy.com. Go and look at it and see some AI doctored images of me, and they're AI doctored. It's, I'm not a professional photo editor.
It's a little Uncanny Valley-ish.
It is not. The main image isn't. Maybe the one where I'm teaching later on is,
one of those.
Yeah, that one's a little Uncanny Valley.
Yeah.
Speaking of Uncanny Valley, I think, did we mention Obsession last time we were on here? My goodness.
Did we? Maybe.
We may have. I don't know. I'm still disturbed. Okay, but not disturbed about Whatever Happened, Happened. So let's send it over to Morgan for a recap.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they did a good job on this one. They did a good job. My Kate hate meter is low.
I told you that eventually it would creep down some.
My Kate
just
hate,
very slightly.
My Kate hate has declined.
Although you were
I'm still pissed at her.
Okay.
She's pissing me off, and she talks about it a little bit in this episode when her and Sawyer are out in the woods or whatever, which we'll get to that.
Yeah.
But this episode begins with our long-lost friend Cassidy, who I almost forgot about that she existed. When she showed back up, I was like, oh, that's the other lady. So Kate shows up with little baby Aaron, and Cassidy remembers Kate, and it's like, oh my God, you survived a plane crash. I thought I would never see you again. What are you doing here? And then Kate has this look on her face, and she's like, Sawyer sent me. To which Cassidy is not super excited. She's like, that MFer didn't even lift a finger.
Don't think she says MFer, but...
No, I think she calls him a bastard. That bastard didn't even lift a finger to call once I told him that he had a daughter. And now Kate gives her this fat-ass it's envelope full of cash, and it's like, this is from Sawyer. And Cassie's like, oh, okay, so I'm supposed to believe that he's like a hero now? And she's like, I bet this money's not even his. And Kate says, no, it's a cash settlement that we got from after the crash, and Sawyer made me promise that I would come and take care of you and Clementine. And so she reveals that Sawyer is still alive. And Cassidy is like, oh yeah, whatever, how'd that happen? And Kate tells the story of Sawyer jumping out of the helicopter to save everybody. And Cassidy's like, bitch, he was trying to get away from you. And she's like, I know that look on your face because I've had that look on my face because he broke my heart too. And I was like, girl, maybe. It didn't seem that way when it went down, but maybe that was an ulterior motive. I don't think so.
Yeah, but when it went down, you thought it was a romantic gesture for him to do.
Right.
So you were conned the same way Kate was in
not conned.
in Cassidy's eyes.
I was not
by a
conned.
con man.
I was not conned. He meant that.
Okay.
He whispered, "Go take care of Clementine," and then gave her that "I love you, Freckles" look, and then jumped out. That was not a con.
You don't think that he felt the coming pressure of having to be in a situation with Kate, which is not on a deserted island, where they might be together for real and it might get ruined?
And then face fatherhood, co-parenting.
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Well, he didn't know that was going to be a thing, though. He knew it'd be a thing with Clementine, but not with Kate. I just mean that I think Cassidy might be right that he's fleeing Kate in a possible reality. I don't know.
But anyway,
Yeah.
So Kate and Cassidy are like kind of living together a little bit. And Kate is, let's see, I'm going to do off island before I get to island because it all kind of happens at the same time. So let's see. It kind of shows Kate just momming, being around. And then she and Aaron are driving around and Aaron's like, I want a drink. So they go to the supermarket. And then as it happens, when you have little kids, take your eyes off of them for 2 seconds and they're gone.
And they're gone. It happens.
Yep, Kate, it shows the confrontation back at the dock when Ben and Jack and Son and all them are there and Kate storms off and is like, you just pretended to care about Aaron to get me to go back to the island, I'm leaving. So as they're leaving that situation, she goes to the supermarket. Her phone rings, she looks at it, it's Jack, she ignores it, and in the time that she took her phone out of her purse, looked at it, and shut it, Aaron ran away. So she's freaking out. Also, funny note that I noticed, on her, she's wearing ginormous heels. Huge, like 6-inch stiletto heels, and they've got the little grass things on the bottom of her heels.
Oh.
That's what you wear when you're wearing heels, and it's like a platform so that your heels don't sink.
Okay.
Into the grass.
All right.
So I just thought that was a funny little, I don't think they meant to leave those on there. Because later you see her heels again and she doesn't have those on. So I was like, ooh, I love to find those in movies and TV shows. But anyway, she freaks out and some blonde lady has him and she's like, oh my God, I found him over by the milk or whatever. And Kate is shaken and she takes him and she like suspects that this woman has not, like, she can't be trusted, whatever. So then she goes back to Cassie's house and she's like, I almost lost him. Why was I? And I thought like, oh, it's about time. Why would I think that? Why would I think that it's like inevitable that somebody's going to take him? And then Cassidy, like a real friend does, says, because you took him. She didn't try to sugarcoat nothing. She just gave it to her like it was. She said, because you took him. So then Kate's like, whoa. And realizes like, ah, man, this is fake and fucked up. So she ends up going to, because I guess the timeline that this happened in was the night before is when her and Jack showed up at the hotel, met up with Claire's mom. Jack said, we're just trying to protect Aaron. And Claire's mom was like, who's Aaron? So this is like the next day. Kate shows back up, comes into the hotel room, and Claire's mom's like, what are you doing here? And then Kate spills the beans and she's like, hey, your daughter had the baby on the island. She was 8 months pregnant when we crashed. She's still alive. She's on the island. We left her, left a whole bunch of people. I kept Aaron because we had to decide what to do with him. Claire wanted him to be adopted anyway, and I needed him, so I kept him. And Claire's mom's like, what? So Kate hands her a picture and she's like, you're going to find out he's so sweet and so good. And I checked in 2 doors down, so whenever you're ready, he's there for you. And she's going to leave this baby with this woman she does not know. It's crazy. The way she does this is insane to me. That was a ding on her motherhood a little bit. Why didn't she leave him with Cassidy?
Well, because she knows that, that she's carrying some guilt about what she did. You know? So it's like she's leaving him with family.
She does not know this woman.
No, but she knows that it's Claire's mom. So she knows that at least Claire's mom, who she knows Claire's not there. So if she goes, hey, this is your grandson by your daughter who's still alive, like, don't you think that seems like more righting a wrong than giving it to Cassidy?
Sure.
Because also Cassidy didn't do anything to, I mean, at least the grandmother's kind of tied to this kid because, like, she's had a kid.
She's been staying with Cassidy, and she told Cassidy the whole deal about the island and everything. Cassidy's in the know.
Well, I know that, but what I'm saying is I don't think it rights the wrong that Kate's feeling guilty about.
I wouldn't have done that shit until I brought Claire back, at which point I would have been like, hey, Claire, here's your baby back. Go introduce him to your mom.
I mean, she got to spend a lot of time with Claire on the island, and we don't see every interaction. Don't you think she would have mentioned her mom at some point?
Probably.
Yeah, Claire didn't have a bad relationship with her mom.
I don't know. I just thought that was wild.
I think it was the better choice between, especially because Kate's feeling guilty about what happened, it seems like the more morally correct choice.
I don't know.
Because then if Claire comes back, she's not coming back to a stranger watching her baby. She's coming back to her mother watching her baby.
It's Sawyer's baby mama. She's not a stranger. It's fine.
To Claire, she is. What I'm saying is,
she's in the loop.
I think I don't know if you're understanding me.
Yes, I am
So
understanding.
Claire's going to come back and find her son with somebody that she doesn't know?
Right, but
Instead of somebody who's her mother? You think that's
Right.
better?
I would be like, Kate didn't know my mom. Kate knew this lady. It's Sawyer's baby mama. I would feel okay about it. I would.
You'd rather somebody leave Coraline with a stranger than your mom?
If Coraline had never met my mom and I was presumed dead.
You're coming back to take the kid back from somebody. You're going to
don't
take
know.
him back from a stranger instead of your mom?
I'm just saying.
I know you, and I know for sure that you would be more comfortable with one than the other.
Anyway, I thought it was whack that she did that.
Yeah.
So and she's like, I told him that you're his grandmother. So that was good, at least, that she was like, this is your family. So she goes to say goodbye to Aaron, and it was a really touching scene. And Kate, the actress that plays Kate, did a great job. And that little boy was trying his hardest to look like he was asleep.
Oh, yeah, we
God
made a
bless
note
him.
about it. He was a terrible actor for pretending to
His
be
little
asleep.
eyes were just
Yeah.
fluttering all around underneath his eyelids.
Yeah.
Bless his heart. So she, while he's asleep, she goes in and kisses on him and, whatever, and then leaves. So that's how she goes back to the island. So back on the island, we're in 1977 still, and we are coming off of the aftermath of that flaming bus driving through the compound, and little Ben is shot and all this stuff. They don't know that yet, but that's where we're at as viewers. So they're like trying to clean up whatever, and we go back to the woods where Sawyer whooped Jen's ass and left him, and his little radio's going off, and Jen answers, and he's like, yeah, the hostile took off into the woods. And they're like, how do you know that? He's like, because he just attacked me. And then he looks over and he sees little Ben all shot up. So he puts him in the van, drives back, and Ben's dad, what's his name?
Roger, yeah.
Roger and Kate are working together to like pull the flaming
Winch.
bus.
Yeah.
Flaming bus out. Kate, it's now known that she has no idea what the hell she's doing as a car person. Mm-hmm. So that's a little sus. But he says the same thing. He's like, yeah, well, you wouldn't have got on the submarine if they told you were going to be a grease monkey or whatever. So Jen pulls Ben out, and then Roger's like, that's my kid. And he introduces himself to Kate. He's like, oh, I'm Roger Linus. So Kate's like, oh, shit. Like, ee. And then Ben pulls up and whatever. So Ben is mortally wounded. Juliet is doing her little best in there, but he's got deep internal bleeding that she can't fix. And she's like, he needs a surgeon. So Kate goes and tells Sawyer figures out that Ben took Roger's keys, but what's Percy Horace is like, there's only 3 janitors and one of them's that new guy, Jack Shepard or whatever. So Sawyer's like, oh shit, this is spiraling. So he tells Miles to go get Hurley, Kate, and Jack and put them in a house together and don't let them leave.
And sit on them. Yeah.
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 So something I noticed about Miles, he's a medium, and like he doesn't utilize that at all.
Yeah.
I would love to get some more of that.
He's used it a couple of times.
A couple of times for nothing. Big nothing burger.
Yeah, but how many, dead bodies is he walking around all the time? And also, maybe he's just not telling you. Like, maybe he's hearing all that stuff, and then he's just not talking about it.
Well, that's boring.
Because Miles is not super pleasant. Like he's...
yeah, he's sassy.
Yeah.
Smart-ass little jerk.
Yeah. I think, if you're listening to dead people talk all the time, you would get sick of it, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Like, yeah.
So anyway, he gets them all in a house, and Kate's like, Jack is nonchalantly making sandwiches, and she's like, Jack, what are you doing? And he's like, making sandwiches. And she's like, Ben's in there bleeding to death. He needs a surgeon. Go fix him. And Jack says, I already did surgery on Ben Linus once. I already saved his life once. I don't have to do it again. And by the way, I did it for you. So that's an important line. I did it for you. So Kate is pissed, storms out. She's gone now. In the interim, Hurley is trying to figure out when he's going to disappear because he thinks that Ben's going to die. And if kid Ben dies, he's not going to grow up and get them to the island, which means they were never on the island, which means they don't exist there anymore. And then Miles is like, whatever happened, happened. Bazinga, there it is. There's the title. So they go into this discussion about how this whole thing works. And Hurley's like, well, we already had this conversation. And Miles is like, no, we didn't. This conversation already happened, but for us, it's happening right now. There's not a future. It's right now. This is what we have. And they start talking about whatever. And Hurley says, well, Ben and Saeed meet later, so why doesn't Ben remember that Saeed is the one that shot him when he was a kid? And Miles is like, I didn't think about that.
And Hurley's goes, like, yeah, all snobby, like, okay. Yeah.
So anyway, Kate rushes into where Juliet is desperately trying to save little Ben, and she's like, he's gonna die. Like, this is not going well. And apparently Kate is a universal donor. Convenient. So she does a blood transfusion. Roger shows up and he's like, I'm not sitting outside anymore. I'm gonna sit with my boy, whatever. Mm-hmm. And so he and Kate start talking, and he owns up to like, this all happened because I'm a bad dad. He did it because of me. And she's like, well, where's his mama? And then obviously she's not there. Why would you ask that? But she did. So then
yeah, read the room, Kate.
Yeah. Like, Roger's like, oh, he died, or she died the day he was born. And then Kate had to do the like, sorry. Yeah, that's not your business. Obviously there ain't no mama.
Yeah.
So yeah, just like, good for him. Ownership. He's feeling bad. And I bet you that their relationship changes after this. But Ben still ends up killing his daddy later.
I was going to say, what are you talking about? I guess it doesn't change, does it?
For Roger, maybe. But, I mean, I don't know.
Well, because it takes more than just one moment to transform a person. We've seen this in the show.
Right.
Like, I mean, Sawyer's transformation happened over a long period of time. Years, really. It took years.
Yeah.
You know, and it took years of a more stable, positive, domestic situation to help Sawyer be a better person. Mm-hmm. Not just one bad moment. Like, lots of bad parents, I'm sure, have, a moment of clarity or reflection, but you got to have more than one. I mean, to overcome a lifetime worth of bad decisions and bad, actions. So, Roger is a piece of crap, obviously.
Yeah, he sucks.
And so he is not great. Yeah. And so it's going to take more than just, oh, that sucks or whatever, one time to make him better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So while all this is going down, Ben takes like a terrible turn. There's shit going off everywhere. It's like, oh! So they rush Roger out, and then Kate is like, oh shit, and Juliet tries to fix him. They go outside, or Kate's outside, and Juliet comes out, and she's like, well, he's got fresh blood in him, so he's like stable for now, but he is definitely going to die. And Kate's like, can't we put him on the sub? Isn't there another surgeon? No, the sub doesn't come back for a month. The surgeon's at the looking glass for 2 weeks, whatever. There's no options. Mm-hmm. And Jack's being a dick and won't do anything. So there's no options.
Is he being a dick though?
Well, I was thinking about it. It's like a kid Hitler thing.
We'll come to that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Juliet's like, well, there is one thing. The others. So she and Kate devise a plan. Kate's going to drive him out to the big stanchions that'll blow your head up or whatever. Take him over to the others. That's the plan. And Juliet tries to come, and Kate's like, you have a whole life here. You stay. If this goes sideways, it doesn't matter what happens to me, blah, blah, blah. So Juliet stays. Kate drives out, and then another bus comes up, and it's Sawyer. And Kate gets out of the car and goes, I know you have to stop me, but like I can't just let this kid die. And Sawyer goes, oh, damn it, Freckles. I'm not trying to stop you. I'm here to help you. And I was like, fuck, no, don't do this. Don't work together, don't save Ben. We don't need this intermingling, you know? Mm. But then Kate's like, why are you trying to help me? And Sawyer's like, I thought the same damn thing. But then I talked to Juliet, and she told me that no matter who he grows up to be, it's not okay to let a kid die. So I'm doing it for her. Just like...
Told you not to worry.
I know. Just like Jack said. Yeah. I was like, all right. So they're traipsing through the woods with Ben, whatever. And then they get to a river, and Kate goes like, well, Cassidy, he says, I bet you and Cassidy had a lot to talk about. And then she says, yeah, she said that you jumped off the airplane to avoid your responsibilities and me. And then he goes, well, I'm no more fit to be your boyfriend than I am fit to be that little girl's daddy. And Kate's like, you seem to be doing okay here. And then he says, I've done a lot of growing up in the last 3 years. And I said, that's my boy right there. Yes, you have, sir. So then the others come. They take, Sawyer says, you're going to take us to see Richard Alpert right now. This kid's shot. Take us to see him. So they do. Homeboy comes out, and he's like, is this Benjamin Linus? Sawyer's like, do you know him? And Richard Alpert takes him, and he goes, listen, we could save him, but if I take him right now, when he comes back, he won't remember any of this happened, and his innocence will be gone. What are y'all trying to do in there to this?
And it also explains why Ben doesn't remember Saeed.
Right, exactly.
So, it's really, I think part of that's kind of a plot device. Like they needed this stuff.
The whole his innocence is going to be gone. You could have left that out, you freaks.
I don't think they can, actually, based on what happens later. I have a theory about it. We'll talk about it.
But I was like, ugh. So then he's like, no matter what happens, he will forever be one of us. Do you still want me to take him? And Kate's like, yep. So he takes him, runs off into the woods, and goes into like a brick wall cave situation. And that's the end of that, baby. So the very last scene in this episode, I was so excited. Back on the dock again, Son knocks Ben clean ass out with a gun.
Had to feel good.
Oh, you know it did. You know it did. So this, I guess, is after that. He is laying in a bed in like a makeshift hospital type situation. He wakes up, and guess who's sitting there? My boy John. John Locke is sitting there, and Ben wakes up and he looks and he's like, oh. And then John says, hello, Ben. Welcome back to the land of the living. Yes. But where's his body? I mean,
that's the end, right?
Yeah, that's the end. But I was like, huh. They move a whole casket and everything on this plane, do they not?
Yeah.
Some bitch is empty, I guess.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's the recap.
I mean, so was Jack's dad's, remember?
When they crashed, I assumed that his body flew out when they...
Yeah, but Jack sees his dad walking around. We've seen Christian since.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
And an empty casket.
I knew dead people came back to life. Some of them. Not all of them.
Anyway.
But yeah, Lost. I was so happy to see John.
So, I don't even know which thing to begin with here.
It was a great episode. I really loved it.
There's a lot.
They could have called that episode The Land of the Living. That would have been a cool title.
I think they had to call it Whatever Happened, Happened.
Because of the whole time travel thing.
Yeah, so let's deal with the kid Hitler thing first. We said we'd circle back to it. So Saeed shoots him, thinking he's going to prevent all kinds of suffering. Okay.
And he believes, like, intrinsically that he's a bad man. Saeed believes he himself is a bad man and that all he's good for is killing.
Yeah.
And so that's his purpose for coming back, is solely to kill Ben.
So
which I guess, like, in that fucked up way of thinking, I can see how he got there.
Well, and then Jack refuses to operate on Ben, even though he could save him.
Yeah, 100%.
Jack's a good surgeon. He could save him.
I completely forgot about Juliet barging in when Jack's in the shower. Walks in and goes like, I needed you and you weren't there. And Jack was like, yeah, sorry. Like,
so is Jack going along with it, or is he resigned? Is he just like, is Jack like, okay, I believe that whatever is going to happen, like John did? Like, does he got more faith now, or is he just resigned? Does he just? Like,
I think he's just resigned, and he's just like, man.
He was like, this sucks.
I don't think he's thinking whatever happened in like a faithful way. I think he's thinking whatever happened in a totally hands-off, like, I'm not making any decisions or anything that's going to drive the car. The car is just coming at me.
So, okay.
That's what I think.
All right. So, Kate and Juliet, I mean, I guess usefully in this case, Kate and Juliet both think we got to save this kid.
Yes.
And then you've got Saeed and Jack who are like, nah.
Fuck that kid.
Nah, I don't think so. Right? Sawyer's the deciding vote.
Yeah.
But he's not really the deciding vote. Juliet's the deciding vote.
Right.
Juliet gets 2 votes.
Yes.
So I think that is interesting that they did the split that way. So it's like the 2 women have decided that you can't punish kids, and the men are saying, oh, you can. You can.
Well, and I love that both Jack and Sawyer both said, like, I did it for you, for the people they love.
Yeah, exactly. So you know what Ben becomes.
Yeah.
What's the right thing to do?
Well, now I'm thinking that maybe he becomes that because of whatever the others did to him when they took his innocence.
Okay.
Oh, nope.
Well, you know some stuff about Ben as an adult, right? So how would you characterize him?
Manipulative, untrustworthy, secretive. Intelligent, yes.
To what end? What's he trying to get? What's he trying to do? Why is he doing the things that he does?
Power? I don't know.
Well,
it's not family.
Who is he most at odds with? Who does he keep running into and he keeps like...
John Locke.
Exactly. Yeah. Why?
Power. Leadership. Meaning.
Being chosen.
Yeah.
So, like, John Locke really does have a kind of air of, like, being selected a little bit, you know?
Yeah, that's Homeboy's whole thing is, please God, somebody love me.
Communing with the island, which is interesting, right? Because is what drives John Locke that different from what drives Ben?
That's what I'm saying.
But they're not driven by the same thing.
Well, yeah, because John Locke...
Well, they are driven by the same thing.
Right, but John isn't, like, trying to force the situation like Ben does. He tries to drive the car, and John Locke is just like, you know what? I believe this is going to work out.
Is that right, though? Because John drags Boone to that plane and makes him get up in the plane and root around in the plane just because he thinks something's happening with the plane, and then Boone dies.
Yeah.
So, like, his legs go numb.
Yeah.
He doesn't take that as a sign that he needs to stay put. Instead, he goes like, no, let's get somebody with legs to drag us around here and get up in the plane. Yeah. Like, I don't know if John is good at not forcing the situation.
He's not as bad as Ben is. He's much more faithful.
He's less duplicitous than Ben. But both of them, like, John will tell you what he's trying to do.
I mean, yeah, depending on who you are.
Yeah, if you're Charlie, he doesn't, but if you remember. But, you know, I don't think that Ben and John are that different in terms of what motivates them.
Right.
But one of them approaches it with a little more innocence.
Yeah.
faith and belief and stuff.
Sure.
And Ben, not so much, trying to control the situation, manipulate it.
And he will hurt whoever.
So knowing all that about Ben, and if you're there and you're one of the people getting a vote about do we operate on this kid to let him become eventually what he becomes, and they're not in the room with Miles and them having the whatever happened conversation. So outside that room, they think they can affect this.
I don't know. That's a very tough. I was thinking about it. I knew we were going to record today, and I was sitting at my desk doing my little work, and I was thinking, like, would I kill baby Hitler? Still a baby. I don't know. Like,
because the thing is, it's a spectrum, right? Because I think if
I would kill baby Hitler.
If you're talking about,
I would kill Hitler.
Okay, but if you're talking about yes, you'd kill baby Hitler, right? And then on the other end of the spectrum, you meet baby Gandhi or whatever. You're just going to, hold him for a second and then hand him back to his parents or something. Like, where's Ben? Like, at what point?
Much closer to Hitler than Gandhi.
But where do you get to and go like, that's when you start killing babies?
See, here's what I would say. If I know.
Good thing we're not monetized.
Why?
We'd never make money on this episode.
Oh, that's fine. I don't. I just want to be clear. I would kill baby Hitler. I would.
Okay.
So.
Good.
Yeah. I would.
Baby killer.
Yeah, he was. He was.
I'm just kidding. It's fine.
I would probably, knowing what I know about Ben.
And Hitler.
We're not talking about Hitler.
Okay.
He's not the same kind of evil. Not even close. It's just the best comparison that I had.
Sure.
So I would think, let's not kill him. Let's save him, and then go, hey, guess who saved you? We did. Now you're going to be a good boy, and we're going to raise you to be a good boy. Because we know you have the capacity for great evil. So we're going to mold you. That's what I would think.
All right.
Because it is fucked up to let a kid die. And it's bad. Like, he's shot up and suffering and all that. It's hard to watch. Like, nobody would want to watch that and be like, yeah,
All right, so let's talk about the elephant in the room here, which is the time travel explanation.
Yeah, Miles almost made it make sense, but I've said it before on this podcast, and I'll say it forever. I hate time travel in TV and movies. It never makes fucking sense.
But the thing is, my argument is that Lost actually has the clearest time travel rules that I've ever seen in time travel.
Yeah,
there is a definitive rule in Lost that has not yet been violated. Okay, you thought that it did because you think like, well, why doesn't Ben recognize Saeed? And
we know
then
now.
It gets explained.
Yeah.
But so stay with me. You explained it pretty well in the recap, how the time travel works. So it's 1977, right?
Right.
So these things that are happening in 1977, they always happened in 1977.
Yeah.
So that means that they can't be changed, right?
Right, because they already happened. They're just happening at that moment.
Yes.
As it was preordained for it to happen.
But it happened in that moment.
Right.
Can't change it.
Right.
So do the people in that situation have free will?
I would think no. This gets into like a...
We're going there. We're going there. We're going there. So,
we're about to talk about God.
Well, do the people in this situation have free will?
No, not if whatever happened. But Miles said we absolutely can die. So then what happens? Because
the future then would still be where they were at. So that doesn't affect whatever happened. No, it doesn't affect whatever happened. Because they're still born later. They were all born after 1977. So they're still born later, just in a different spot. So theoretically speaking, if they lived long enough and stayed in 1977, they could be in two spots on the earth at the same time. So you've got why not? So let's say that Hurley's born in he's probably older than me. So let's say he's born in 1980. Okay. If Hurley lived on the Dharma compound for 4 years,
yeah.
then Hurley's in two places at once. Because he's born in 1980, back in California, all right? Yeah. And he's an adult back on the island.
Yeah.
So he could die on the island without affecting whether he can come back to the island.
Yeah.
Because all that is required for him to come back to the island is for him to be born and then have all that stuff happen, and then he comes to the island.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So we've established that, right?
Yeah.
So just because like anything that happened in the past happened, can't change it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. They're experiencing the present to a preordained future.
Well, let's rewind then for a second to season 1. Okay?
Oh, God. Okay.
First episode of season 1.
Plane crash.
Plane crash. Can the people on the beach change the future? Because what is the present except the future's past?
Oh, my God. I'm going to jump off a bridge. I can't.
Well, think about it, right? So every day, every moment in the present is only the present while it's happening. Tomorrow, what we're doing right now is the past. Okay?
What is today but tomorrow's future?
What is today but yesterday's tomorrow?
There
right?
it is.
So, can the people on the beach change anything that happens on the beach?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
But they can't.
But hold on. There's only free will. Hold on.
There it is. I've been waiting for this episode,
time
y'all.
travel.
I've been waiting for this episode.
Yeah, I don't know. Shit. I'm not God. I don't know. But the people that are in the past if they can't change it, whatever happened, then it is all preordained and they can't do anything about it. They don't have free will. They think they do. It's a big charade. Okay? The people in the present,
2004 or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
2007.
Yeah. I think it's.
No.
I think it's later. Yeah,
The
because
7 is after.
it's 2007 because they leave and then 3 years later they come back. So it's 2007 is the present.
Right, but we're talking about 2004 when the plane crash happened.
Yes.
Yeah. So then no. Because whatever happened, happened.
Whatever happened.
Yeah.
Right? But is it the specific actions that happened or just the result? So is free will, you can make the choice, but the result will be the same no matter what. So, for example, let's say that it's preordained that you skip dinner tonight. That's preordained. You don't end up eating dinner.
It's not happening.
Okay, but let's just say that it is. It's preordained that you're going to skip dinner tonight. Now, there could be a lot of different reasons that you skip dinner that could relate to our free will. So maybe it's like limited choice. Like there's only a certain amount of choices you can make because they all have to lead to the same outcome.
Right.
So in order to make that possible from a universe perspective, the choices would have to be limited to choices that you'd almost certainly choose. Okay?
Then it's not free will. It's a guise. It's a guise of free will.
Well, it's determinism versus like fatalism. It's not whether or not you have the power to choose, but whether or not you are choosing your choices or your choices are being chosen for you. So it's like, yeah, I know that was a lot, but basically, like to get back to the dinner example, you skip dinner. Now it may be that you skip dinner because you have a headache and you go to bed early, or it could be that you skip dinner because we're down to our last little bit of food. I go to cook it and I burn it, or the doors open and some flies come in and land in the pan while I'm cooking and you're like, I'm not eating that. And you just don't eat. Those are two different ways that you could get to you not eating dinner.
Right.
Right? So
one of which is horrible, the worst, us not having any money and not buying food. And one is just like a straight choice that I made.
But either way, the result is you didn't eat dinner.
Right.
Okay?
So that's not free will.
Well, so let's say that you needed a certain set of people to come back to an island. You would need those people to be predisposed to doing stuff like that, right? So you would need somebody, for example, who runs away from their responsibilities and commitments.
She's bought in. She is so bought in to being a mom. She's not running away.
Well, she did run away, though.
For him.
The result is the same. So whether she's running away from responsibilities or commitments or she's running away because she's doing something good for him,
Yeah.
the result is the same, right?
Yeah.
So it's she is. So did she choose it or not?
If we're talking about just end result, then no. Because whatever happened, happened. And you might have, your free will is which way do you not have dinner, but you're still not going to have dinner at the end of it. There's no free will.
Yeah. So
that's not free will. Having the choice to get to the same place is not free will.
So I guess the last question then, and I cannot wait to get to season 6. We've got to get through this and get to season 6. Season 5 is great, but season 6 is where stuff starts to get resolved a little bit. If we are playing, the game Risk?
I've never played that.
Do you know anything about it?
It's like a war game.
It's like a war game, but it's like a map of the world, and you got little people, and you're moving them around.
I don't.
Like, to them, it feels like free will. If they were real people, it would feel like free will.
Yeah.
But really,
we're God, so
I'm directing their choices.
Yeah.
I'm directing their paths.
Yeah.
Or I might, in the case that we're playing Risk, it might be that I'm not the only one directing their paths. That there might be somebody else directing their path, and then it just looks like free will to them.
Yeah.
But it's free will to us, but not to them.
Yeah.
So we're going like next level up. Maybe there's free will at some level, but at a different level there isn't. So I got fixated on this the first time I watched it because immediately it hit me like, well, if it's true in the past that whatever happened, it's true in the present. Like, it has to be.
Yes.
Because the present's just the future's past.
Yeah.
So then what is anybody worried about? How would you motivate, once you come to that conclusion, whatever happened, why'd you worry about anything?
Because what if you're wrong?
But it's predetermined. You keep seeing it over and over again. Like you keep seeing examples of it being predetermined over and over and over again.
Somebody seeing a pattern doesn't mean that they believe the pattern. Okay?
That's funny to her because I'm excellent at seeing patterns. And
I don't give shit about patterns.
Well, they work. So, so any other questions or things to know about this episode?
I don't think so. I really liked it. I really liked this episode.
I thought it was a fantastic episode. It's, one of my favorites in the whole series. They do a really good job of laying out the philosophy of time travel, like how specifically is this going to work? And they do such an amazing job with it. The next episode, which I'll go ahead and give you the title of, is Dead is Dead.
So, yay, we get to spend some more time with John. Yay.
So now we're going to do...
Oop, that's not right. I always mess this up.
Yeah.
Do it. My phone's at 14%, so we better hurry.
Oh, we're fine. It'll make it through this. We're going to do Messages in a Bottle once I find it. Again, we are so sorry for the delay on this, guys.
Yeah, we sucked.
Yeah. I would promise you that the next one would be sooner, but I literally can't because it's been 3 weeks since this one, and we're actually going to, on our vacation, another vacation.
With the kids this time.
With the kids this time in a couple of days.
Yep.
So.
Heading to Panama City Beach.
So Daniel's got what looks like a video of somebody backing up from a camera. Is that?
Huh. Mr. Okay. Echo?
No, I thought it was, maybe.
I don't know who that is.
So Kira says, never in a million years could I harm or kill any animal. By the way, how impressive is it they can make a hot, humid location in Hawaii look like Russia in winter? So
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, when he's on his trench coat thing. Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Pretty cool. But we were in Hawaii and it can get cool. Like we were cool in the morning. Remember when we'd go out every day and you'd say it's cool? Yeah. Like at least you could, maybe that's when they shot it. Maybe they shot it super early in the morning in Hawaii. Because we'd go out, obviously being 6 hours behind, like we'd go out, would be like 11 our time, it's 5 in the morning. And you go out and it's cool, it's chilly out there. So maybe that's how they did it. So our executive producer, Greg, adds, poor Saeed, such a Saeed life growing up on the Upper West Side.
Oh my God, a twofer.
That's really good, Greg. That's good. You're so right, Joe. Ben's child abuse scenes are so effective. They're difficult to watch and very good at informing who he becomes.
Yeah.
I actually understand Morgan's confusion about the others being Dharma, given we first properly meet the others living in the Dharma barracks. With all the confusion during the initial broadcast, many thought the same thing, especially as they included Ben and Ethan. Reason why Ethan wasn't killed in the Purge is explained in the Lost Encyclopedia. As he grew up, he became enchanted with the others and sought them out. Finding Charles Widmore, he welcomed him into the tight-knit group as long as he gave them something in return, agreeing to aid in the Purge, which earned him Widmore's trust because he was able to kill his own parents.
Hold up. They don't talk about that in the show? You have to go to the Lost Encyclopedia to learn that?
Greg did a light spoiler there. Like,
okay.
Yeah, you'll learn.
Do you know what I was thinking about? Go ahead and finish this and then, sorry.
Oh, no, you got Greg and Jenny from Friends, where Monica and Chandler met another couple who did pretty much the same thing. How dare they? Referencing Steve and Ann not emailing us back whenever.
Yeah.
Which, best of luck to him. It was a fun little time.
It was. It's fine if we never see them again.
I think of it like the Fight Club thing, single-serving friends, where you get just...
That's what a cruise is. Yeah. It's like you're in a totally different little city, and you're never going back.
Single-serving friends,
totally
baby.
Fine.
Loved Steve and Ann. It was good for what we were doing. And then, quote, Greg knows everything about Lost. I still don't know the answer to Lost's greatest mystery, why they cast Bai Ling. I don't get it either, Greg.
Who's that? Who's Bai Ling?
Pretty sure that's from Stranger in a Strange Land. The
lady. It was weird.
So somebody Matt grabbed a screenshot, and yeah, boy, didn't I shoot straight up into the air once. Had the right lady sitting here, like I got way better.
Yeah. You're so weird.
I don't think I was talking about that, though. No. I think it just sounded bad. Matt said, this didn't sound dirty at all. Kira says, oh my. And Daniel responds, I haven't had a chance to watch yet, but what?
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Also, what?
Yeah. What's the word for people that... Because that was not intentional at all. Voyeurs are people who watch other people, but what are the people
Exhibitionists.
Exhibitionists. There you go.
Voyeurism is where you eat stuff, right?
Voyeur, that's watching, I think. Voyeurism is watching.
What's the one where you're fascinated with like putting stuff in your mouth? Oh, there's
that's
a
screenshot there.
There's a word for it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my God, it's going to bother me. If you didn't have my phone, I'd look it up.
Another screen grab of you and your...
When they're in the bed, like... Oh.
Just a lovely...
when Saeed gets murdered.
So they're in the bed like... Yeah.
Isn't that how everybody does it?
I think so. And husband's like, that'll definitely be a screenshot. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I always know when... I've pinpointed a couple in this episode that'll definitely be screenshots, no question. Yeah. Yeah. So you want to look up your thing?
Yes, I do.
Dead is Dead is the next episode. It's episode 12. There's 17 episodes in the season, but 16 and 17 will be one episode of our podcast. So there's that. Also, I'm so sorry for the bad lighting. Our ring light is out, so we've got to get another one. I wore it out filming my project management course, which you can find on everymileacademy.com.
Oh my God. I can't find the name for it.
Yeah, I don't think it's a
thing. Yes, it is. Oh my God. I swear to God, I think it's voyeurism.
It isn't.
Where it's like the fixation on putting stuff in your mouth and eating stuff.
Voyeurism is the act of observing or recording people. I told you.
Okay, so then exhibitionists are just the ones who are doing this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, doing the things for people to watch.
I'm in a Facebook group where one of my hobbies is collecting tag Facebook groups with like crazy ass names or whatever. And there's one about that fetish, and you're supposed to tag it in videos where people are like eating stuff. I don't know. Oh God, it's gonna drive me insane. It's gonna come to me in like the middle of the night or something. I'm gonna sit up from a dead sleep and scream it out.
Listen, I found the same thing you did. I'm not gonna say it out loud. Oh, is it this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, we're not talking about this. I'm not putting this on the podcast. It's crazy. We're getting screen chat enough, so I'm not. Yeah. All right. Anything else we need to cover here?
No.
Slightly shorter episode, but great discussion. And now we know that there's nothing to worry about. Everything's preordained.
And why?
Because whatever happened, happened. And what happened today is another episode of the Lost Together podcast. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in another life.